Archangel Michael says, "The heavens have witnessed the pain you carried silently, and now the moment of justice begins to unfold. The one who wronged you, the one who thought they could hide behind lies and shadows, has finally reached the breaking point of shame. Their own actions are now chains around their heart, and the weight of their guilt can no longer be hidden. They see you rising above the storm they once created, and the reflection of their betrayal burns like fire in their soul. Every step you take now echoes with divine protection, and every choice you make carries the strength they never imagined you had. Heaven has whispered into their spirit, and their conscience has turned into a battlefield of regret. The same hands that once worked against you are now trembling with the weight of what they did. The nights they mocked, the words they threw, the moments they shattered your trust, each one has returned to them, multiplied in intensity. Their sleep is broken, their peace stolen, and their spirit is restless because of what was done to you. You stood tall, even when their betrayal tried to destroy you. Now, the silence around them is filled with their own guilt, and the shame that swallows them is not something they can escape. Every corner they turn reminds them of the face they hurt, the trust they betrayed, and the love they disrespected. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Their pride once blinded them, but now humility crushes their spirit. The very moment they thought they won by breaking you is the moment they truly lost everything that mattered. The heavens are making sure they face what they caused, and no mask can cover the shame on their soul. They replay the memories of their actions like a broken record. The laughter they once had in your downfall now tastes bitter in their mouth. They cannot run from themselves anymore, and the divine justice unfolding makes their past sins scream louder than ever before. Your journey of endurance, your ability to stand strong in the storm, has become the mirror that reflects their cowardice. You are walking into blessings, while they are trapped in a prison of shame. This is the hour where heaven reveals that no one escapes the consequences of betrayal. Archangel Michael says, "Your enemies thought your tears were weakness, but those tears have been transformed into divine power. And now, the same shame that burns within them is proof that your spirit is victorious. You are rising higher, while they are falling into the pit they dug." Type Amen to get blessing 444. They are haunted by the very silence you now carry with grace. Your distance screams louder than words, and your strength has become their reminder of what they can never undo. The whispers of heaven do not let them rest, because the shame they feel is justice unfolding in real time. Their name is being remembered not with admiration but with regret. Their heart is restless, their spirit heavy, because the weight of their sin against you has finally reached its breaking point. The pride that once kept them smiling now suffocates them, and the guilt eats away at every part of who they are. This shame is not just a feeling, it is their judgment. Heaven saw every tear you shed in silence, and now the one who caused it is being crushed by the very truth they thought they buried. Every secret they tried to hide is now the burden they carry endlessly. Your name, which they once played with, now stands as a symbol of purity in their darkest thoughts. They wanted to see you broken, but instead, they see themselves drowning in shame. Heaven has flipped the story, and now the one who betrayed is the one who cannot escape regret. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The shame inside them grows heavier with every passing day. What once looked like victory for them has turned into a constant reminder of their betrayal. Their smiles have faded, replaced by restless nights where memories of what they did to you flood their mind like waves they cannot control. Their heart is restless, their spirit uneasy, because the truth of their actions follows them everywhere. The guilt they thought they could bury now rises at every corner, screaming louder than any excuse they once gave. Even when they try to hide, the shadow of their own deeds hunts them down. Archangel Michael says, their soul cannot find peace until the justice of heaven is complete. They try to outrun the truth, but the truth now stands in front of them like an unmovable mountain. The shame in their heart is proof that no one can wound a chosen soul and escape divine order. You, the one they hurt, are walking into blessings beyond their imagination. While they sink deeper into shame, you are lifted higher into light. Their downfall has become the very stage for your elevation, and their regret is the silent applause for your victory. Type Amen to get blessing 666. They thought time would erase what they did, but time has only magnified their shame. Every year that passes, every day that unfolds, is another reminder that their actions were not forgotten by heaven. What they tried to bury has only risen stronger, and now their heart carries a weight they cannot put down. You may not see their tears, but heaven sees them. They may not confess their shame out loud, but their silence speaks louder than words. Their spirit trembles at the thought of your name, because your strength is the evidence of their failure. They see your blessings multiplying while their shame deepens. They watch you rise with divine favor while they sink into regret that has no end. Their own choices have chained them, and the same betrayal they caused you now crushes their soul in silence. Every door they walk through reminds them of the one they closed on you. Every smile they see in your life is a dagger in their conscience, because it proves they never succeeded in breaking you. Their shame is permanent, and their spirit cannot escape it. Type Amen to get blessing 777. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. The heavens are exposing their weakness, not with thunder or fire, but with the weight of guilt in their heart. They cannot undo what was done, and that truth is crushing them day by day. They stand in the shadows of their shame, while you walk boldly in the light of victory. Your silence is louder than their apologies. The fact that you stood strong without needing revenge is the ultimate judgment against them. It shows the world that you were chosen, and they were merely a temporary storm that has already passed. Archangel Michael says, your path is clear, and their shame is the barrier they will never cross. You are being lifted higher while they are being trapped in the prison of their own choices. This is divine justice in its purest form. They thought hurting you would empower them, but instead, it has destroyed their peace. They cannot escape the reflection in the mirror, because their own eyes remind them of what they did. The shame they carry now is the justice they can never escape. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Their every attempt to rebuild crumbles because shame poisons the foundation. No matter where they go, no matter who they meet, the guilt walks beside them like an uninvited guest. They cannot silence it, they cannot escape it, because heaven has written your victory into their downfall. Their heart trembles when they remember the trust you gave them. The loyalty you offered is now the wound they can never heal. They carry your memory not as a blessing, but as the greatest regret of their life. This shame is endless, because heaven has made sure that their actions return to them multiplied. The betrayal they caused is now the weight they drag with every step they take. Their spirit will always know that they lost the most precious thing, your trust and your love. And as they sink deeper into regret, your blessings continue to rise like the morning sun. You are not defined by their betrayal, you are defined by your strength. Their shame will remain with them, but your life will shine with victory forever. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Their shame has become their shadow, following them day and night, never leaving them for a moment. Even in their happiest appearances, deep inside their soul burns with regret that no smile can hide. The same lips that once spoke against you now tremble with silence because the truth cannot be erased. The moments they remember most are not their victories, but the times they brought you pain. Those memories strike them harder than any punishment because their conscience has become the judge they cannot escape. Every time they close their eyes, they see the one they betrayed, you. Their life has turned into a battlefield of emotions where shame is the enemy they cannot defeat. No words, no excuses, no new story can cover the scars of what they did. This is the justice of heaven, that those who hurt the innocent will be left with a weight they can never put down. Archangel Michael says, "You are no longer chained by their betrayal, but they are forever chained by their guilt." You walk free in the light of blessings, while they sink deeper into the darkness of their own regret. This is the divine balance that has now been restored. Type Amen to get blessing 111. They wake in the middle of the night with a heavy heart, because the silence around them is too loud. Their thoughts attack them, their past haunts them, and no matter how much they try to pretend, the shame never fades. It grows stronger with every heartbeat, every reminder of what they destroyed. Their shame is not just a memory, it is their punishment. The betrayal they thought would bring them joy has turned into an endless cycle of pain. They see your life blooming while their heart remains empty and hollow. They know they cannot undo what was done. Even if they tried, the wounds they left can never be erased. And so, they are left with only one companion, shame that whispers their guilt at every step. The heavens have written your victory, and no one can erase it. Their downfall has become the testimony of your endurance. You were always stronger, and now their shame proves it to the world. Type Amen to get blessing 222. They may try to hide behind pride, but inside they are broken. The guilt sits heavy on their chest, pressing down until every breath feels like a reminder of what they did. The people around them may not see it, but heaven sees every tear they shed in silence. The shame eats at them like fire, and nothing quenches it. They cannot run, they cannot hide, because their betrayal left a permanent mark not just on you, but on their own soul. The chains of shame are heavier than any prison walls. You, on the other hand, are walking into freedom. Your spirit is no longer tied to their betrayal. The shame they carry now has set you free, because heaven has turned the pain into your strength. Archangel Michael says, "The time of tears is over for you. The time of regret has begun for them. And their shame will only deepen as your blessings continue to rise." Type Amen to get blessing 333. They thought they broke you, but instead, they only destroyed themselves. Their shame has become the weapon that turns against them, cutting deeper every single day. Their pride is now dust, and their confidence is shattered because the truth cannot be hidden anymore. You are a living testimony of survival. Every breath you take is proof that their betrayal did not end you, it only made you stronger. That truth alone is enough to crush their spirit with shame. The whispers in their heart will never stop. The memories of what they did will always scream louder than their excuses. And while you are celebrated by heaven, they are condemned by their own conscience. Their shame is their curse, and your strength is your blessing. This is how heaven restores justice. The one who betrayed you is left drowning in guilt, while you rise into light that cannot be dimmed. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Their shame is like a shadow that grows darker with each passing day. No matter where they turn, the reflection of their betrayal stares back at them. The weight of what they did to you has become a constant echo in their soul. Every time they see someone smile, they remember how they stole your peace. Every time they see someone stand strong, they are reminded of how they tried to break you. These reminders haunt them, and their shame grows heavier. They once thought you would never recover, but your strength has become their greatest punishment. The more you rise, the more their shame deepens. Your victory shines as a mirror that exposes their weakness. Archangel Michael says, "The scales of justice have shifted. Your pain has been turned into power, and their pride has been turned into shame. Heaven has written this as a lesson they can never forget." Type Amen to get blessing 555. They walk among people with a smile, but behind closed doors, they are tormented. Their heart is heavy, their spirit restless, and their mind trapped in cycles of guilt. Every silence is louder than thunder to them. Their shame eats away at their confidence. They can no longer speak boldly, because deep inside they know their words are hollow. They are living a life of appearances, while the truth gnaws at their very core. What they did to you has scarred them permanently. The betrayal they once ignored is now the voice that never leaves them. And each time they see you, their shame cuts deeper. They cannot erase you, because you were the one they wronged. Your presence alone is their reminder that they lost everything when they chose betrayal. Their shame is the punishment heaven has assigned to them. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Even when they try to distract themselves, their heart drags them back to the past. Every attempt to move forward collapses because their foundation is broken. Their shame is the invisible chain that binds their every step. They once celebrated your pain, but now they grieve their own choices. What they thought was cleverness has turned into lifelong regret. They are drowning in memories that will never let them rest. You stand tall as proof of resilience, while they bend under the pressure of guilt. The same story that was written to end you has turned into their curse. Their shame is the consequence of touching a chosen one. Archangel Michael says, "Do not fear their past actions anymore. Their own shame has become their judgment. You are free, while they are imprisoned by what they did." Type Amen to get blessing 777. They may wear new clothes, speak new words, and meet new faces, but inside, they are still broken. Shame follows them everywhere, whispering that they will never escape. No disguise can hide what is written on their soul. Every night feels longer for them, every morning feels heavier. Life has lost its sweetness, because guilt has poisoned their spirit. They carry a wound that cannot be healed. Your strength is the very thing that keeps them in torment. They see your blessings, they see your joy, and they know they can never undo what they caused. Their shame only grows as your light shines brighter. Their life has become an endless cycle of regret. This is not punishment from man, but the justice of heaven. They are left with shame that will never leave. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Their shame is carved into their soul like a mark that cannot be erased. No matter how many smiles they force, no matter how many lies they tell themselves, the truth still follows. The betrayal they caused you has become the chain they can never break. They remember the exact moment they chose to hurt you. That choice has become the turning point of their life, dragging them into a pit of regret. The pride they once had has collapsed under the weight of their guilt. Every blessing that enters your life is like a mirror to their mistakes. They see you growing, shining, and rising, while they remain stuck in the shadow of their shame. Heaven has made your strength their punishment. Archangel Michael says, their spirit is restless because they touched what heaven protected. Their downfall is the result of divine balance, and their shame is the evidence of heaven's justice. You are free while they are trapped. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They lie awake at night, staring into the darkness, unable to silence the voice of their guilt. What they did to you replays in their mind, not as a memory but as a living torment. Each time they try to forget, the shame only grows louder. Even the smallest things remind them of you. A word, a song, a place, it all drags them back to the reality of what they destroyed. Their shame has become the compass that never lets them escape their past. The more they hide, the more their conscience screams. The more they pretend, the more they break inside. There is no peace left in their life, because shame has stolen it forever. You, on the other hand, walk in freedom. You carry no chains, because heaven turned your wounds into wings. Your rise is the very thing that deepens their shame. Type Amen to get blessing 111. They once thought their actions would leave you broken, but now they see you thriving. That vision alone tears them apart. To know that you survived and rose higher is the punishment they will live with forever. The guilt in their chest is heavy, pressing down on their every breath. They cannot enjoy victories, because the shame is louder than their joy. Even in their happiest moments, regret steals the smile from their face. The people around them may never know the truth, but heaven does. And heaven has written shame into their destiny until they face what they did. This is divine justice, silent, unescapable, and permanent. Archangel Michael says, you are not defined by what they did to you. You are defined by the strength that carried you through. Their shame proves that you are the chosen one. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Their shame grows stronger when they see your peace. The very peace they once tried to destroy has now returned to you tenfold. And for them, it has turned into fire that burns from the inside. They cannot escape the memory of your kindness. The loyalty you showed them is now their greatest wound. They know they lost something priceless, and that truth haunts them forever. Every day they live, they carry the scar of what they did. No amount of distraction, no new chapter, can erase the mark of their betrayal. Shame has become their lifelong companion. Your future shines brighter, while theirs dims with guilt. You are walking into blessings that no betrayal could stop. and they are walking into shame that no excuse can heal. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Their shame has turned into chains around their spirit. No matter how much they try to act strong, the guilt of what they did eats them alive. They may hide it from others, but heaven sees their torment clearly. The face they once hurt now lives inside their mind. Every smile of yours, every victory you embrace, reminds them of what they lost. That truth is heavier than any punishment the world could give. They thought time would heal their guilt, but time has only sharpened it. With every passing day, their shame grows deeper and their peace slips further away. They cannot run from what heaven has written. Archangel Michael says, "Shame is the justice for those who thought they could break the chosen one." You are rising higher into light, while they sink further into regret. This is how divine truth always balances. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Their life has become a performance, but behind the curtain, their soul is restless. They pretend they are fine, but inside their heart burns with regret. The very thing they tried to bury has now become the voice that never stops speaking. They walk with their head lowered because shame has stolen their pride. Their words carry no power, because guilt has taken their strength. Every attempt to forget brings them back to the same memory of their betrayal. You have become untouchable, because heaven has sealed you with protection. Their shame is proof of the hand of God on your life. What they meant for harm has only lifted you higher. Their punishment is not from man, but from above. The shame they carry cannot be washed away, and it will follow them for the rest of their days. They will never escape the truth. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Even in silence, their shame screams at them. When they wake in the morning, it's there. When they lay down at night, it whispers into their heart. There is no peace for the guilty. They wanted to see you broken, but instead, they see you shining. That vision destroys them more than anything else. Their shame is the reminder that they failed, while you triumphed. The heavens have turned your tears into blessings, and their laughter into regret. Now they sit in silence, carrying the shame they cannot share with anyone. It is their secret judgment. Archangel Michael says, "The shame they feel is proof that you were chosen to endure and overcome. Your victory is eternal, and their regret is endless. The heavens have spoken, and justice has been delivered." Type Amen to get blessing 666. They try to escape by keeping busy, but even in distraction, their shame finds them. No matter how far they go, it walks with them like a shadow that will never fade. Their conscience has become their greatest enemy. Every blessing you receive is a knife in their heart, because it proves that their betrayal did not stop you. Instead, it lifted you into a higher purpose. And that truth is unbearable for them. Their shame will never end, because heaven has written it into their story. This is the justice of the divine, that the betrayer will be consumed by guilt, while the betrayed rises in strength. Their punishment is already here, and it grows heavier every day. And your blessing shines brighter with every step you take. You are free, but they are chained forever.